So let us move on to the next question. So the question is we have to find the index of the closest element to a given value using Java streams. So we have to find the index of the closest element to a given value using Java streams. So I hope you got the question. Let's see how to solve it. So we have to find out the index of the closest element to the given number. So here target 5 is given to you. So we have to find which number is closest to it. So closest number is mainly difference between that number should be smaller. Okay. So if you see, right, for example, I'd start with um, positive number. If I have to start with negative, like first one will be minus 15 and the second one will be, so there is a difference is 3. I'm taking absolute here in case of positive number. So with 4 it is 1, with 8 it is 3, and with 15 it is 10, with 1 it is 4. So you can clearly say this is the number which is closest to the element whose index is 2. So I hope the solution is clear to you. So if it was maybe in Java 7 world, we would have taken a for loop, start iterating from the zeroth index, and we should have taken the difference, and we should have added a logic to find out the smallest difference number, and that index would have returned. Okay. So similar thing we have to do it in Java 8 world as well. So how to do it in Java 8? So first is we have to basically iterate over a range, right? So I'll go with int stream range. I'll specify. So here I'll go with this one because I have to start with 0, but I don't need to go up till the last element. Like it's like less than size, less than n. That's what I'm trying to do here. And I have to do boxed here because the first line, like line number 12, it will generate int numbers. I need boxing because in the further line, right, what I'm doing is I have to find the minimum differenced number. So I'm using comparator and comparing int logic. So this requires an integer. So here what I'll do is I'll pass this num to basically I'll go with absolute ABS. So one thing is we'll take the absolute so that we'll cover even if the negative number is also nearer, we'll add it. So I'll just say numbers dot get I. So the main like line number tell the main int stream range is used for identification of index. Okay, I'll take an example. Like if we just have to find out the number which is closer to the target, how we can do it also I'll show you. So what I have to do is I have to take a difference. So what I'm doing here is first step I started iterating from 0 to uh, less than the size of the number. After that I'm converting to boxed because that is required for the next step, that is comparator comparing it. And at this step we are identifying the number with minimum index. So I can say I here for maybe index for the better readability. So at this step, we got the minimum one. So I will say if we have got the minimum, that's fine. If not, what we have to do is or else we'll return -1. So this result I'll store it in int closest index. So maybe I'll add a system out statement here. What we can say is index of the, so you can say index of the closest element is we'll specify that index, closest index, and we may have to print the value as well. So closest value is, we can just get out of that index. So it's basically numbers dot get you can just say closest index. So I'll just run this and show you the output. So basically closest index is 2 and the value is 4. I hope it's very clear. So what we have done is main is here. We are comparing the difference between the target number and all the numbers here. So the number with less difference is basically captured and printed. So corresponding index is printed. So what we'll do is we'll basically identify the number whose difference is smaller with the target, and we'll print the index of that. Okay. Let's say if the ask is to find out the even number which is close to the target. So here what we can do is we'll start with stream. Here you can ask me why directly you're streaming on numbers, because we don't want index here. So that's why I'm just starting to stream on the number. And at this stage, I have to identify if the number is even or not. So let's say here if it is equals to even. So then only I have to proceed. So after that, I will go for minimum. So here comparator logic is similar only. I can even take that logic. So maybe I'll copy this logic only, which will be useful, because here we are comparing the minimum part. This will not be index here, this will be number, and I don't need to do this should be enough, and we will print the result here. If present, print it. Okay. So here what we are doing is we are identifying all the numbers which are even and close to the given number. So let me run it and show you the output. So you can see we got 4 as the answer. So let's say if this was maybe 8 or maybe 10. So let's see the answer difference now. It should basically pick up the next closest element, that is 2. I hope you got the solution. So we are basically finding the difference between target number and all the given number, and we will return the number whose difference is smaller. So that's how we'll calculate. I hope this solution is very clear to you. Let's move on to the next question.